What will you experience at a Knock'em Dead comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And of course, some music. Knock'em Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knock'em Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
I had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knock'em Dead Comedy for your event today.
The Knock'em Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes, this is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sally on the Knock'em Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Hey, Tony. You're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight, and the Mets win it!
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knock'em Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully you'll get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Hi, everybody. It's Monday. Welcome to the Knock'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Thanks for joining us here on Twitch. You see the graphic right above my head? Please share the show, post the link everywhere, and tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on our Twitch channel and on our YouTube page as well. Jules is here. Jules is here. Jules is here.
Guys, it's me again.
I'm glad you're here. I thank you. And I'm going to thank Jules right off the bat. Jules, we're celebrating our 5th anniversary. This Sunday is the 5th anniversary of the Knock'em Dead Comedy Show being here on the air in Govs. So we're going to be celebrating, but because it's Sunday, I was trying to celebrate this week, but then some people couldn't make it until next week. So we're going to be celebrating off and on for the next 2 weeks. And Jules shows up here today with a gift.
Oh, gotta open it,
Yeah, I'm going to show them right now. Look at this. She shows up with a gift for the studio. Look at this beauty. And it is a beauty. It's got the G for Govs. It's a Gretsch, which Gretsch is not to be. Gretsch is like a big brand, a big guitar name. And who tuned it? You did?
No, Brendan at the.
Brendan at Safe Haven Music.
Safe Haven Music in Island Park.
So this is really nice of Jules. And it's actually going to come in handy because we've had plenty of musicians come in, and they're like, oh, I didn't bring a guitar. I didn't know you wanted me to play. So what the hell do you think I asked you to come in here for? So now the studio has its own guitar, which is going to probably put it right in that corner there.
Yeah, I got your stand and everything.
Yeah, she got stand and everything.
Real set.
It's all beautiful stuff. Safe Haven Music in Island Park. They're fantastic. They have good stuff. They treated Jules right, and Jules did right by us. So thank you, Jules. This is seriously. This is really nice of you. I really appreciate this very much.
I
Jules,
know how much you love music. And
I do love
you
music.
Have so many
big rock and roll
musicians that come in here, and even a lot of comics who are musicians. So I think it's a nice little.
It's
little add-on
a
to
Gretsch
Knock 'em Dead.
Jim Dandy. Steel reinforced neck.
Go, Jim Dandy.
Just like my leg, steel reinforced.
If you ever lose your leg, you can always shove that guitar up in there. Sorry.
Whoa. That's a whole different show. Shoving a guitar up in there.
Yeah.
So thanks. That was really nice of you. I appreciate
welcome.
it. And unnecessary, but very nice of you.
You're a big. You've been a big supporter of my whatever I do, whatever the hell that is.
Well,
and you've had me on your podcast so many times when I have. Nothing.
But you're a bigger supporter because you come in here on your own time. There's no pay involved, and you come in here and do your thing, and we have fun. So I feel it's very lopsided.
And also, the night that you did the show at the library, you were like, I don't even want pay. I don't want to get paid. And I'm like, you're a mensch. Is that a word, mensch?
I think that's the
I'm
word.
not Jewish,
yeah.
but I think that means you're a really nice person.
I did feel bad taking that check, and even when I cashed it, I'm like,
that's silly.
It's not silly. You come in here on your own time. That's right. Yeah, I even said that. So don't give me the 50. You keep the 50.
You give me chocolate.
Well, that's true. That's true. That chocolate is worth coming in here for. And I'm hoping to get more. I sent her a check.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that covers at least one more shipment, because she doesn't send me anything in the warm weather because it'll melt.
Awesome.
So I'm hoping to get one more shipment before the weather is warm. So there you go. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. That was really nice of you. I'm
I
very
would
excited.
play it, except that now I'm growing my nails out.
Do you know how to play? Like, you
Yeah,
can play a full song?
I used to know how to play Things We Said Today, the Beatles song. I would need the chords in front of me, but
Of all songs, why that one?
because it was easy for me to learn. I was just like looking up easy songs to play, so it was just like,
okay.
let me see. It's just like simple chords.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Simpler than, say, like Love Me Do?
Probably about the same. Beatles have a lot of simple songs.
They do. But that one surprised me, because that's not like a big giant hit or anything. So I was surprised you came up with that.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's one of my favorites.
Johnny Lambros. Good morning, guys. Yes, Johnny, we know about your date. I was going to get to it. All right, may as well get to it then. Johnny is promoting this Friday. He is performing with Terry McNeely in the Giggle Room. That's this Friday in the Giggle Room, right down the hallway. Terry McNeely, Lou Pratz, Joe Cravella, Johnny Lambros, and a host of other great comedians. That'll be a lot of fun. Brian Scott McFadden, John Santo, Carla Okerson, Bridget Kavanaugh, Dan LaRocco, Tom Galati, James Mattern, Tom McGuire, Emily Santosis, John Butera, Rob White, Brian Paul, and Greg Joseph. Just some of the names you'll see on a governor's stage this weekend.
Wow.
As well as this guy. Sunday night, you'll see me in the big room. This Sunday, yep. So go to govs.com and make some reservations.
What time is that on Sunday?
I have no idea. Probably, I would think 7, because it's a Sunday. That'd be my guess.
I got to watch the Academy Awards.
Oh, is that this Sunday? Oh, we're competing with the Academy Awards.
You are. A lot of people don't give a shit about the Academy Awards, though.
Yeah. A lot of people do, though, just so they can bitch the next day. I'm down on award shows, not the award shows themselves, just because after, that's all you hear the next day. This one said and that one said. Who cares?
I love the drama. It's reality TV. But I also love, watching movies. So
well, that's actually one of my big problems. Thank you for the segue there, Jules.
Okay.
Because the Chris Rock live network Netflix special aired this weekend. I did not see it. Selective Outrage came out on Saturday night. Apparently, he's making waves. He called out Meghan Markle for her accusations of racism against the royal family. He criticized actress Jada Pinkett for cheating on Will Smith. And, of course, he addressed the infamous slap controversy. So this article I was reading, Chris Rock's special angered thought leaders and influencers on the left. Thought leaders and influencers.
Thought leaders. That's scary.
Those two terms right there, thought leaders and influencers, that bugs me already. There are plenty of people who influence us in various walks of life and for various reasons, but to actually to refer to yourself as an influenza. And they're on the left, and they're calling his special shocking.
Okay. I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, good?
I just saw it on TikTok. They had him doing the whole rant about Will Smith. He screwed up his joke, though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he screwed up his joke because he was talking about 2 different films that Will Smith was in. One was called Concussion.
Okay.
And one was called something else, and he mixed them up, so he kind of messed his joke up.
Oh, boy.
But, he did say, talking about how Jada and Will had that special where she was like, how you doing? I sucked another man's dick. How do you feel about that? Kind of thing. It was funny.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was funny. Screw Will Smith and Jada. I don't even think she really has alopecia.
You just think she wanted to shave?
I don't know what she did, but I don't care for either one of them.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. Carnegie Mellon University professor Uju Anya, who identifies as an anti-racist and feminist on her own official Twitter profile, said that Chris Rock deserved to be assaulted. Netflix keeps screwing over subscribers. They cancel hit shows people actually want to watch and give Chris Rock millions of dollars to prove Will Smith was right to slap him.
Wow.
That makes me nuts.
I want to slap that whoever the frig that said that.
But that was Uju Anya.
Carnegie Mellon head.
But see, this is what makes me mad. People have the right to not like it. They have a right to not like anything. I don't like these people. They're on the left, and then they're saying things. The people on the left, not to get too political, but people on the left, they're more about the peace and love, and nonviolence. And now here they are saying, Chris Rock deserves to get slapped.
Mm-hmm.
Then
because they're low key violent assholes, thought monger people.
But that's what pisses me off. Like they're the ones that make the left look bad.
I agree.
And then I get mad too at the media. Like, why is this news? Why am I reading when I'm looking in the morning to see the news? Just because I like to see the news. Plus, I like to have stuff to talk about on here. But why is that news? Uju, what the hell is her name? Uju Anya. Why do I give a shit what Uju Anya has to say about anything? Why can't they just, tell me about the real news? Tell me about a burglary. Tell me about, what's going on in my town. Tell me about something good, somebody did for charity. Tell me about a great podcast that's celebrating 5 years. Why do I care what Uju...
What news do you read?
This was, it's the news app on Apple.
Oh.
And then it takes you to all sorts of different websites.
Well, I think that
different stories.
That news app on Apple, I think those people are probably thought people. What is that? What do you call them?
They're thought. What was it? Thought leaders.
Thought leaders?
Manipulators is right. Thought leaders and influencers.
Yeah. So stop listening to that. Stop watching the news on that.
Let's be thought leaders.
Yeah. Let's be thought leaders.
We need a room. This room full of naked women and just me. Everybody.
With my thoughts.
That's what I'm thinking. All my thought followers, all you female thought followers, gotta come in here and get naked.
And all you men have to come in here and stare at us naked.
Just stare at us? That's it?
I don't know. What do you want me to say? Get naked, men.
What do you want to? What do you want to lead people in your thoughts? What do you want them to do?
Buy me stuff. I saw Tom Cruise's movie. I mean, I fast forwarded through a lot of it because it was so lame.
Oh, yeah.
But Tom Cruise shirtless, he's got that old man body now.
Well, yeah, he's in his late 50s, right?
I mean, he looks good, but I think when men get older, they have those sagging pectorals.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he should have wore a shirt.
But that's how it is.
He's like a 60-year-old man.
Is he that old now?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Well, that's the thing, though. Yeah, they're sagging, but for his age, he still looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
That's just the way it goes. I mean, what is he supposed to do? It happens.
Okay.
Just like you were saying before, I think it was before we went on the air, you said something about,
what happened on the way here?
Well,
almost had a
well,
fight?
no, that too. You're talking about how you haven't had surgery, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Who looks good after surgery?
No, just a little, maybe.
Stop
You
it.
have not one single wrinkle.
That's not true at all. I have tons of them.
Well, now you're getting that triangle of.
I have this. I got all sorts of stuff going on here.
What's that movie? That nominated movie, The Triangle of.
I have no idea.
Depression.
The Bermuda Triangle.
No, it's a Academy Award nominated film that was absolutely horrible. It was so horrible.
I don't know.
Best film. Oh, we're not talking about
how
the
long
Academy
ago?
Awards.
Well, we can talk about the Academy Awards.
I'll
need you to come in.
Triangle of Terror. A triangle of something.
I'll need you
Horrible
to come in
movie.
next Monday to tell me all about it because I won't see it because I'll be here.
Oh, I know. Now I want to be here. Who you performing with?
I have no idea.
Really?
I have no
Big
idea.
Stage.
the big stage. Well, I actually went to them. I said, "Do you need a host that night?" And they said, "Yeah, I think we might."
Nice.
So,
Who, James?
no, I went to Andrea.
I love James. He's so nice.
James is the best. He really is. He's very supportive. He's a good
I was
guy.
telling him about the library show, and he was like really eager to hear me and
cool.
supportive. He was like, Joey Cola would do it. He was like, giving me suggestions.
wow.
I'm like, I love you, James. I love him.
Hopefully we'll get Joey Cole in here this week or next as we celebrate our 5th anniversary. Chris Monty will be joining us one day next week. We got some people who can't make it that are going to make some videos for us. Hugh Murray will be here tomorrow. And I think Jay might be returning tomorrow too. And of course, Uncle Eric might be joining us at some point this week. I started the show with Sally and Eric. Eric left after the first 2 years, so he might be returning maybe sometime this week. All right, let's see. Andrew Fremder. People think the Beatles were all about peace, but I really think John Lennon threw up that sign because of what Yoko Ono's people did to Pearl Harbor. I think he threw up that sign because of what Yoko Ono's people did to Pearl Harbor. Oh, like this, you mean? Right, because this is... When you do it backwards in England, yeah, right. It's I think maybe that's what he means.
Read between the lines.
Plagianos, they got you to read it. Oh, I don't know what that means. That obviously referring to something we said earlier. Fremder, Will Smith and Chris Rock. Enough with all the slap crime. All this sounds kinky. I know I should have put a
slap on slap or slap on black.
With all the slap on slap crime. That's what he said. Andy says the article. They got you to read it. Oh, right. Yes, you're absolutely right. They did get me to read it, but it is a shame that that's what the news is. But it's like gossip. It's this one said, who cares? Nice. I heard that. That was good. You put a lot of work into that.
It didn't even come out that well.
Yeah. I was I'm like 12 years old,
who
man.
was the girl that came on here and wanted to fart all the time?
Oh, that was Janelle Hamster.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I was laughing my ass off.
She's cute. I like her.
That was great. That was actually one of my favorite moments. That I had so much fun.
I should have bought you a whoopee cushion. That would have been funny. Oh yeah.
You can do that. Nice.
What about this one?
Oh, yeah, I was never able to do that.
I don't think I can. I don't really know how to do it. I think my brother showed me how to do it once.
I'm just laughing watching you attempt it. You got it once out of 20 times that you're trying.
I think I just gave myself breast cancer. I think I hurt my silicone. I got a leak. No, I'm only kidding.
You're going to have a bruised right tit later on. But can you do this one? You're going to hurt yourself. Stop it.
What?
Can you do that? Ooh. Nice. There's very few people that can do that. That's a hard one. Didn't know that's where we were coming in here today, huh? To Tits on Ice was a great musical, says Fremder. All right, so speaking of the guitars, some music news going on. Kiss announced last week that their final shows will be at Madison Square Garden in December.
Oh, cool.
And they're swearing that this is it. This is the last time and they're done. I mean, these guys are in their 70s. How long can they jump around in those high heels and put on all that makeup?
That'll be a fun show, though.
Probably a hard ticket to get.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw Kiss.
I can't remember if I did or not.
I did see them. What year was it? 2013 or 14. I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, and they were one of the bands getting inducted. And the four original members were there, and they gave their speeches and whatnot, but they didn't play, so that kind of sucked.
Did anybody play?
I'm sorry?
Did anybody play?
Oh, it was a great night. Peter Gabriel was inducted. He played.
Cool.
The E Street Band was getting inducted, so Bruce and the band were there, and they played, and they had some former members join them, so that was cool. Cat Stevens played. Aww. That was cool. They had Linda Ronstadt got inducted, but she wasn't there. So Glenn Fry, Stevie Nicks, Sheryl Crow, Bonnie Raitt, Emmylou Harris, Carrie Underwood, and Sheryl Crow, who was one of my favorites, they all did Linda Ronstadt tunes.
Oh, wow, I got to watch that.
It was a good night. And Hall & Oates played. Nice. But it was weird, though, with them. They played 2 songs. And the reason they played 2 songs is because it was like Grateful Dead. They did like these long jams at the end of each song. So each song was like 10 minutes each. What the hell are you doing? The Hall & Oates isn't a jam band. Play your 3-minute pop hits, because that's what we expect and that's what we like. And, they could have played 5 of them in the same allotted time. Yeah, I was a little pissed. So, yeah, that was a good time. That was the only time I saw Kiss. I had Hall & Oates for breakfast this morning, says Fremder. So Kiss announcing their final shows. And then the sad news this weekend, Gary Rossington of Lynyrd Skynyrd passed away.
Oh.
He was the last original member.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they go down in a plane?
They went down in a plane, and where 2 of them died, and the rest of them got all messed up.
Oh, no.
But
Florida must be in mourning right now. Right? Lynyrd Skynyrd, isn't that like Florida?
I think they were from Florida, somewhere in the deep south. They were, southern,
yeah.
Good old boys.
When I grew up in Baldwin, Long Island, elementary school and junior high school, that was like Southern rock was
right.
The thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they were huge. Are you not a fan?
I mean, I like Southern rock. I like all music, but I'm not a huge Southern rock fan.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. It wouldn't be my first.
So no Allman Brothers and all that. No.
I mean, I appreciate it all, but I've heard it so often in my life that if I never hear it again, I'm not going to really miss it.
So what's your number one? Is it the Beatles?
Partridge Family, number 1.
I saw David Cassidy on Broadway. Him and his brother and Sean. They did a show called Blood Brothers.
Oh, cool.
Oh, David was awful. He was awful, and he even broke character once, which pissed me off. That pissed me off. I mean, it's one thing if you're in a lighthearted comedy and you break character, or maybe that's a part of the show or something. But this was a heavy drama. I've had some light moments, but this was a drama. And he broke character and was laughing. I was like, what a dick. I was pissed.
Yeah.
Sean Cassidy was fantastic. Fremder, Carrie Underwood definitely gives me a Southern rock. Yeah. Well, Sheryl Crow does it for me. But Bonnie Raitt that night did Blue Bayou. Oh, my. Bonnie Raitt, she's like 100 years old, but man, she's still sexy.
You think?
Yeah.
I never thought she was sexy.
Really?
Bonnie Raitt?
Yeah.
Nah.
I always liked that red hair of hers, too. Really? You never... So name a woman you think is sexy?
I think Sheryl Crow is... Well, yeah. I think
Sheryl Crow is my number one.
Sexy.
Yeah. Oh, love Sheryl Crow.
Oh.
Give me a minute.
You got a rock Underwood.
Well, all right. Speaking of Partridge Family, you give me good segues today, Jules.
Oh, wow.
So I had this list that I've been sitting on for a good week or so. There was an article I read. It listed some of the worst shows of all time, worst TV shows of all time. And I didn't recognize a lot of them, but I took note of some of them because I remembered them or because just the title of the premise just sounded so ridiculous. So I'm going to share some of them with you now.
So you get all of your news from Apple News?
Well, Apple News, but it's not Apple News. It's just like, it's an app, but it's just links.
Okay.
Look at this story here, check out this story there, and then you click on it and it takes you to it. So, yeah, and it covers everything. Politics, sports, music, entertainment, celebrities, local news, stuff. So it's like a whole potpourri, and it's perfect for me because I can get hooked up here. Fremder went down a plane once, never came again, says Andy Puccinos. Yeah, I believe it. Okay, so some of the worst shows of all time. Barney and Friends.
Who says that's the worst? I guarantee you, ages 4 and below would
4 and 0.
disagree.
Yeah, probably.
Come on.
Well, here's one that was pretty bad that I remembered. The Ropers. Remember that?
I never saw it. I loved Three's Company.
Three's Company was great. They were great on it.
Yeah.
That happens a lot in TV shows. They take supporting
Yeah.
people and they try to make them lead characters, give them their own shows. Like, remember Joey after Friends was done?
I never saw Joey either.
Oh, it was awful. Terrible. Here's one that I thought was funny because I was just talking about it on this show recently with somebody. I don't remember who I was talking about it with. But it was called Bless This House. Oh, it might have been Will Sharon I was talking to. Bless This House with Andrew Dice Clay.
I vaguely remember that one.
Yeah, he was the lead in this sitcom as the patriarch of a family. Kathy Moriarty played his wife. Andrew Dice Clay, and I do remember the opening credits. It said Andrew Clay, like he actually removed the dice, like he was trying to reinvent himself. He played a postal worker, but the show suffered from clunky writing. It got caught in the halfway point of being a family comedy and something more adult in nature, so they pulled it.
Kathy Moriarty. She's from Raging Bull, right?
Yes.
Did you fuck my wife?
Right.
Did you fuck my wife? That's probably what he said in the...
Yeah, probably. What?
Hey.
You fuck my wife. All right, so the next one. She's the Sheriff. If that doesn't sound like an 80s sitcom.
I remember that one.
You do?
I remember the title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't remember this one. Suzanne Summers.
Right.
This sitcom was supposed to function as a platform for Summers to shine. We do applaud its progressive nature, and having a female lead involved in a profession may automatically illustrate as a man's job. Summers' character is a widow suddenly thrust into the role of her late husband, the role her late husband left behind. Of course, being a sitcom, she has to deal with all sorts of kooky and interesting characters. It canceled after 2 seasons.
2 seasons? That's a long run.
Yeah, that's not too bad. They listed The Flying Nun.
But that had 1 million seasons.
Yeah,
right?
that was a very popular show.
Come on.
The Tom Green Show, which I believe Tom Green had a few shows.
I was never a fan of his.
I went back and forth with him.
Married Drew Barrymore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Three's Company is now 2 as a Crowd. The only thing that shines on Suzanne Summers now is her upper lip. Yeah, remember even Three's Company? They tried, what was it? Three's a Crowd with Jack Tripper when he got married to some woman or something. Yeah, it was bad. The new Leave It to Beaver is listed. They brought it back after 30 years, and they had, the kids are all grown up and they were dealing with their own families. I don't even remember that. Remember they tried to bring back What's Happening? They called it What's Happening Now?
Yeah. That
was bad, too. Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell. So it wasn't actually Saturday Night Live, like the TV show. That was the name of the special. Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell was on ABC, where the popular TV show was on NBC. Mm-hmm. He was hosting his own comedy variety hour show. Even though he has zero background in acting or skits or anything, or even comedy. It was a series. Son of a bitch. It did almost 20 episodes before it got canceled. Wow. Here's one I thought was funny that I have to check out. They had a series about Alexander the Great. It was in the 60s. It starred Adam West and William Shatner. This was before Star Trek and before Batman. They had one episode, and then that was it. It never gained traction. But I would love to see Adam West and William Shatner do a scene together.
I'm sure you can find them. You can find
I'm gonna
anything
have to look that
now
up
on YouTube.
I got a whole bunch. I guess I'll share some as we go along during the week because I don't want to put you to sleep.
Too late.
Well, all right, I will mention one because I have a story about it. I'll mention one more, and I think I've told the story already, but I'm going to do it again. One mention here is Cop Rock. Do you remember Cop Rock?
Vaguely.
It was like late '80s, I think, where it was a TV show with cops, but it was a musical, and it was awful. Crime scenes are mixed together with musical numbers and choreography to form a bizarre program. The show failed from the standpoint that it didn't know whether it wanted to be a hard-hitting crime show or an innovative musical using an ordinary setting. Cheryl Crow was actually an extra on that show.
Really?
So, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because when Tim Gage, and I think I've talked about it here before, but I'll mention it again. We were in the studio here one night on a Saturday. Tim Gage is playing the big room, and me and Sally are here, and we're standing outside the sliding glass door, and Tim Gage's cousin is, do you know? Colin Quinn.
No fucking way.
Mm-hmm. So Colin was here, and Colin was going up that night. So they're standing right outside the green room, and I hear him say to Colin, "Oh, come here, I want to introduce you to my friends in the podcast studio." So I grab Sally's arm, I'm like, holy shit. Brings him over. We get to talking, bullshitting a little bit. Now, Colin Quinn had this thing on YouTube called Cop Show, which I thought was hilarious.
Hilarious.
In fact, Tim Gage was on it. I think he was on at least one. I think he was on twice, actually. But so that's what I wanted to say to him. I wanted to say, I really loved that Cop Show. I'm surprised it didn't get picked up. And meanwhile, I never saw Cop Rock when it was on 30 years ago. I knew nothing about it. But for some reason, I said to him, I really loved Cop Rock. And exactly. The second I said it, I was like, oh, no. And sure enough, he goes, "You mean Cop Show?" I'm like, fuck me, man. I was like, yes, I'm sorry. I don't know. At that point, I'm like, how do I get out of here? I couldn't believe I screwed up like that to Colin Quinn. Freaking, like one of the gods of comedy. Couldn't believe I screwed that up.
I'm sure he forgives you. He's such a good guy.
I'm sure he forgot about it at this point.
I'm sure.
He probably has no recollection of this room or anybody in it, which is probably a good thing.
Come back, Colin.
Yes, come back right now.
Oh, my God, I love him so much. I saw his show twice.
Which one?
Small Talk.
Oh, yeah? You actually saw it in person?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then literally handed him contracts to come to the library. I was like, Colin. And when he saw me, it was weird. He saw me and it like he recognized me, like he was going to come over and give me a hug.
Yeah.
And I was standing outside of the theater by myself waiting for him to come out. This is just a month or so ago. And I'm just waiting. And he walked out and turns around and looks at me. He goes, "Hey," walks over to me like he was going to give me a hug. And I should have just went with it.
Yeah.
But I got nervous and I'm like, "Hi, I have a contract. Would you ever think of performing at the library?" And he was just like, yeah, maybe, yeah. And then
really?
We have a couple of mutual friends, so I, was dropping a couple of names, but and then after that, I just signed up for everything he's ever been. I bought his book, which I had never read. Actually, I have it right here.
You actually have it?
Yeah, because
what are you
I
reading
just
while
ordered
driving?
it from Amazon. I never read this.
The coloring book.
Yeah.
A comedian solves race.
Still haven't read it.
I
carry it around with me.
I'm not familiar with this one. Wow. When did this one come out? Because we can definitely use some advice right now on this topic.
A comedian solves race relations in America. I mean, I just think Colin Quinn is just
he's fantastic.
Everything.
Yeah.
And he only recently got married, which is a bummer.
Did you now? You never met him before.
When I bartended at the Harley Davidson Cafe, which was like right across the street from Howard Stern's studio on 56th and 6th, I think I was, he would walk past, the like this, the windows, and I would see him, and that was it. I never met him personally.
Oh, so this. When he saw you, was like, "Hey!"
I think I saw him out at a bar one night, but then I just didn't approach him because I don't like to be intrusive like that.
So there's no way he would have. It wasn't like, "Hey, I remember you. It's my old friend." It wasn't like that. It was just some kind of weird moment. Oh, that's
weird.
I
think that he and I had a moment at one point, like just a moment. Like I don't know.
Where you stared at each other from across the room?
Yeah, I think he always remembered me. In his
See,
heart.
that's when you have to break in your thought leader powers.
Exactly.
Colin.
Come to me, Colin.
Come to me, Colin.
It's me you want. Yeah.
I'm thinking about you raping me, Colin.
Thinking about me raping you.
Let's see. Leave It to Beaver used to be a 900 number I used to call. When when Spock looked in the toilet, he found the captain's log. Oh, my goodness. Adam West and Shatner is bat shat. Those were all Fremder comments, of course. Where would we be without Fremder comments? What? Go ahead.
There's a movie out called The Batman. That's a Academy Award nominee.
Oh, is it?
I think it is.
That was a good one.
Is there a new movie called The Batman?
Well, it was like 2 years ago, give or take. A year or two ago. Yeah.
Last year? Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
It was good. It was very good.
I didn't see it.
You're not into those superhero movies?
I just try to watch whatever is nominated for Best Film.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Really?
I do. I like to be prepared when I watch the Academy Awards, but I know who I want to win.
Who?
There's only two. Well, I watched The Fabelmans last night, and it was nice. It was a really nice story. It was a good film. But the
That's
Banshees,
Spielberg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Banshees of Inisherin, great. So you got.
I've never heard of this.
Colin.
Oh, yeah, the Irish dude. Yeah, where his best friend doesn't like him, and he's trying to figure out why.
Best movie.
Really?
So great. I'm gonna watch it again. I love it.
Really?
I hope it wins.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of that guy. Yeah, what's his
Colin
name?
Farrell? No.
Yeah, that's Colin.
Colin Farrell?
I think that's Colin Farrell.
No. He's good though. I never was a fan of him either. wasn't even going to really watch the movie.
He was in the Batman too.
Oh, he was?
He was.
Yeah, well, that movie, The Banshees, is so good.
Really?
Excellent.
He's the only one. Oh, no, I take that back. I was going to say he's the only one I recognize from that movie, but no, the girl in that movie, she was in Better Call Saul. And she's very good.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
she
good.
was great. It was so good.
Yeah, all right. I remember seeing the trailer for that. All right, I'll have to check that out.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah?
You're going to love it.
Okay. So you want that movie to win?
I would love to.
And you want Colin to win Best Actor?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And I want last night The Fabelmans, who's nominated for Judd Hirsch.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Actually, if you watch it, The Fabelmans, and you watch Judd Hirsch's performance, he kind of looks like Bruce Springsteen. He looks like an old Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, Bruce Springsteen is aging like Judd Hirsch.
Yeah,
he was great. What a great little bit, and I hope he wins Best Supporting.
I loved Taxi, did not like Judd Hirsch in it, but I've liked him in everything else he's been in.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about him on that show. I didn't think he was good.
Who's calling?
I don't know who's calling me. It's a 718 number. Should I answer it?
Why not?
Hello?
Anthony Walker.
Speaking.
Hi, pleasant morning. My name is Moya Gordon. I'm calling from Sunrise Credit Services on a recorded line.
You're calling from where? I'm sorry?
Tell her she's on a recorded line.
Sunrise Credit Services.
Oh, credit services?
Yes.
Okay.
This is an attempt to collect a debt. Any information obtained will be used for that purpose. This communication is from a debt collector.
Is this regarding AT&T?
Just a second, sir. I'm going to provide you with the information.
She doesn't even
All
know.
calls are monitored and recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Say, I actually can't talk now. Can you guys call me back around 1 o'clock?
All right,
Or
give us
never?
a call back when you have the time.
All right, thank you.
Sorry about that.
AT&T
exposed.
These sons of bitches. I canceled my account with them like a year ago. They kept on sending me bills, and each month the bill was more and more. So I called them up and I said, "You guys are still charging me." I said, "I canceled the account." Okay, no problem. They still continue to send me bills, and each month I had to call them again and said, "Look, I canceled my account." They're like, "Okay, but you still have this balance." I said, "I'm not paying this balance." At that point I canceled like 4 months at that point, at least. So now they have a collection agency.
Wow.
They called me last week, and they're like, "Well, you still have to pay it. I'm going back and forth. And finally the girl says, she goes, look, this is none of my concern. I just work for the agency. I just have to collect. I'm like, well, I'm not paying it. She goes, well, what would you pay to settle this? And I'm thinking, why? And I said to her, I go, why should I have to pay anything to settle this? But then I'm thinking, I don't know, like the hassle and the trouble. And have you ever been sued? I've been sued. And the mental aspect, the money you got to pay a lawyer. I got sued for something I didn't do. It's a whole big stupid story, but it involved the murder mysteries. But yeah, and I had to pay all sorts of money to lawyers. I ended up having to pay, not because out of guilt, just paying to make it stop. Because I would have paid a hell of a lot more with lawyers if I kept going to prove the truth. Because it's not about the truth. So these guys are like, what would you pay to settle this? I'm like, son of a bitch. And I go, well, I really don't want to pay anything. And they said, when I talked to them last week, they want $400. They're telling me that if I pay $2, this will go away.
Wow.
So at the time, I was driving, actually, when they called me. And I was like, look, I said, even if I agree to this, I'm not pulling out my credit card. I'm not pulling over to talk to you. I said, call me back another time. And I might just do it just to be done with it, but it pisses me off.
That would piss me off too.
Let's see, Fremder. I think there's an interracial film that's up for a nominee. I think it's some black and white movie. Taxi is a classic, says Carol Miner. She loves Judd. Yeah, I do like the guy. I think he's good in movies, but I just didn't like him in Taxi. All those debt collectors, says Fremder, should sound the same, probably named deep-fried Chit Patel sitting in a cave in their underwear with a computer and a phone.
It's probably true.
All right, so now we have a first-time chat. Passionate, what is it? Passionate Tier Move. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, and channels, and bots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I'm getting hit from all sides with telemarketers today.
I ordered HelloFresh.
What's that?
It's like this delivery food service.
Oh, okay.
And because I'm not really a great cook.
Oh.
I don't like to cook because I'm alone, and it's no fun to cook for yourself. So I order in a lot. But I spend so much money ordering food every day of my life. You eat it like every day. So I decided to order HelloFresh because I got some coupon, and I got the box, and it was amazing. I mean, I made this lemon chicken soup, and they give you all the instructions, and they give you all the ingredients.
So that's what it is. They deliver fresh. They deliver just the ingredients, but you're still
Everything.
but you're cooking now. You're still cooking.
So now I'm like, whoa, yeah, you're still cooking, but everything is right there. It makes it so easy. I feel like Chef Tell, I'm like, look at so good. So I had those 4 meals, and then I'm like, you know what? The 4 meals, it's like a 4-person, I think each meal serves 4 people. So 4 meals for me a week, it was too much. So I'm like, all right. So I texted them, and I said, just break it down to 2 meals. So I'll get 2 boxes, one box with 2 meals in it, and that's like 4 meals. And then on a Sunday I'll go eat, or I'll make my own sauce. And they didn't stop it. So I'm having the same issues trying to cancel HelloFresh because I'm paying like $60 now, and I don't want to. I said cut it in half, and I'll take the 2 meals, which would really be 4 meals. But anyway, I'm having that same little issue like that.
Like you actually are canceling?
And I just got the box delivered yesterday. I'm like, didn't I cancel this already? So they're still charging me. So now I have to do the same thing, get on the phone with them and be like, now I don't want it at all. Now I'm like, you screwed me. Now I don't want it. I don't want you anymore.
And I'm not a big fan of Amazon because the owner, Bezos, he doesn't treat his employees well. But I will say one nice thing about Amazon. There's been plenty of times where you cancel an order, and they're like, and it's like, well, it's already shipped, so just keep it. Has that ever happened to you? That's happened to me a few times.
No.
Or sometimes I'll get something, like if you get, sometimes there's a third party, like you'll get something used or something, and you get it, and then for whatever reason you want to return it, And it's happened to me a few times too. I'll contact Amazon. I'm going to return this. Like, nah, just keep it. We'll refund you. You just keep it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's happened a few times.
Yeah, I don't think you can return a used item. Or maybe you can.
Well,
Like a
people are
used
selling
book or
used
something.
items, so why couldn't you return a used item?
I guess so.
But yeah, they don't. It's like they don't want to get bothered with the third party,
Yeah,
and so they're like,
I don't
keep
blame them.
it. Yeah,
Amazon is huge. Amazon is
crazy.
just
They've
taken over the world.
Yep. You see those trucks everywhere, and they got that huge building.
Right in Oceanside.
Oh, they have one in Oceanside?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
But where the old, oh my God, it's so many old. It was Wallbaum's. That's the most recent.
Yeah, I know what you're
And
talking
now
about.
It's the big Amazon.
By the dumps.
Fresh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a big Amazon building now?
Yep.
I didn't even know that. I haven't been down that way in a long time. Jeez. Yeah, well, you drive on the LIE. I don't know, like in the mid 40s somewhere. You know, the mid 40s exits, and on the north side there's
Is that like Manorville?
huge.
No.
No,
That's
it's
70s.
like yeah, 70s is way out. No, 40s. We're talking like Jericho, Westbury, Syosset. But yeah, you can see it from the expressway. Huge property, huge warehouse, and all the vans. And I can't for the life of me remember what used to be there. Because I don't think the Amazon building's been there that long.
Right.
Friender, I had to return my underwear to the Salvation Army the other day. Whenever I get a box in the mail, I always make sure I brush my teeth before I open it. I love getting a box in the mail.
He returned his underwear to the Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. Salivation. Okay, so what else I got here? What's wrong? You getting a call now?
No.
Oh. So here's a story out of Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Love Kentucky.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Oh my gosh, you would love it.
Really?
Yeah, my
Why?
best friend lives in Kentucky. She lives on
yeah?
a big farm, and her sister lives on a farm. And they have horses and cattle, and she sells the meat and the eggs.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
have a
beautiful.
friend-
It's horse country.
I have a friend in
So
Montana that
beautiful.
does exactly the same thing. Yeah, so you've been down there? Mm-hmm. It's nice?
Yeah, it's a long drive. I've driven there a couple of times.
Driven? How long of a drive is
Like
that?
17 hours. Yeah. Wow. But it's really nice. I like Kentucky. It's hot in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
And my girlfriend did not have a pool. I think I told you this. They have like trampolines, and everybody like sits around on the trampoline and.
Trampolines?
You want me to hose you down, and then they'll hose each other down with a hose and
that's...
drink moonshine and go to the creek.
Yeah, see, that's deep south shit, man. I don't know, I'm not...
Kentucky's nice though.
Yeah?
I like it.
Well, this woman named Alice Duff, she had to go into the hospital. She was getting hernia surgery. It was supposed to be, routine procedure, and was supposed to be released from the hospital the next day. This is back in 2013. A surgeon employed by Graves Gilbert Clinic. Are you ringing over there? There was a light blinking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the surgeon improperly stitched her bowel, eventually causing it to leak toxins into her bloodstream. So it poisoned her body and built up pressure in her eye so high that it detached her retinas. So she spent the next 8 months in the hospital, undergoing 11 corrective surgeries, including 5 on her eyes. And she is now legally blind.
Wow.
She can't drive. She can't cook. And her husband and her have sued. They're suing the medical center for medical malpractice. A jury in July of 2022 sided with this couple and awarded them $21.3 million, including $12 million for suffering, $8 million for the husband, a retired public works employee who basically had to give up his job because he had to take care of her full time. Wow. So, despite taking in $200 million in revenue just last year, the clinic, which employs 200 physicians in 30 specialties, this past December filed for Chapter 11, which froze collection on this verdict for these people. Though the clinic announced it was keeping its doors open an executive said it needed breathing room to continue providing the care that our region has come to expect and depend on. Had no choice but to file to meet its ethical obligations to its patients, because they have 1 million patients just in each of the last 2 years, and they need to pay more than their 1,000 employees. But the bankruptcy filing showed that just before filing the petition in December, it had paid an average of nearly $1 million each in compensation to its 8 officers and directors, all whom are physicians.
Wow.
After local news outlets reported the for-profit entity had turned down an offer from the Duff, so these people, they were awarded $21 million for something that she was a total innocent victim for and deserves to be rewarded because she had her eyesight taken away.
And her S stitched up.
Exactly. And it's now 10 years, and they haven't seen a dime.
Wow.
They then said, okay, give us 5 and we'll call it a day. And this company still said no. And they go as far as to claim bankruptcy so they don't have to pay out.
Wow.
Disgusting, 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 I say.
We'll see you in hell.
Yeah. So now local residents are denouncing the company on social media. What was the name of this company? Because I think we all should go after them on social media. Graves Gilbert Clinic.
Ew. Graves.
Yeah, really, there's a name. Graves Gilbert Clinic. Screw you. Give them the 21.3. Don't settle for the 5 that they generously offered. You pay them the whole thing. You screwed them up, dicks. So that's the story right there. Sounds like those trampoline people were conceived on a tractor in the middle of a cornfield. Lady probably didn't see that shit coming.
That's horrible. Oh, my goodness.
Is that a crazy story or what?
That's why I don't go to doctors.
You don't go to doctors?
I don't.
Really? When was the last time you saw a doctor? Really?
Years.
And you feel fine? You don't have any concerns?
No, I don't even go in for checkups or anything.
Yeah, I'm bad too. It's been 4 years since I've been for a checkup. That's bad. But I'll do it eventually. The price of a leaky ass is pretty expensive nowadays. She should see a specialist for retina rectal. Wow. So, so screw you, Grave Gilbert Clinic.
Yeah.
All right.
Losers.
Yeah. I don't, stories like that where the little guy gets screwed, man, I hate those stories. I hate those stories. What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? I had to work yesterday. It was my recurring Sunday. And
yeah, but isn't the library only open for like 4 hours or something on Sundays?
Yes, it is.
You get double time because it's a Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really? I was joking.
Yeah,
really?
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I don't do anything on the weekends. I stayed home. I watched the movies. Stayed home and watched movies.
When I was a union rep, a guy that I work with got caught sleeping on the job, and it was a Saturday, and he was getting time and a half. So, so when I went to the meeting, because we were fighting it, he was sleeping on the job, but it was like, I don't know, it was like 20 minutes after lunch. He slept during his lunch break, and he just overslept. 20 minutes, give the guy a break. But I walked into the meeting, and I said, well, since he was getting time and a half, and he slept for 20 minutes, he actually slept for like 30, because it was time and a half.
All right.
That's
what you told
that's
his
what I said.
bosses.
Yeah. Well, we weren't denying that he was sleeping. We know he screwed up. So I admitted, yeah, I know the guy screwed up. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't need to be punished. It's not that bad of a crime. He was a clean record, a good employee, nice guy. There's no need for us to waste our time discussing disciplinary actions. So, yeah, so I wasn't walking in saying, no, he didn't do it. I wasn't lying for him. I was just saying, yeah, all right. But I was trying to, start off on a light note and say he got, time and a half worth of sleep. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I play a lot of Tetris at my job. I just sit there and play Tetris.
Well, don't admit that.
They know.
They know?
Yeah. I play Tetris, Solitaire. It's like boring. But I do a lot of reading too.
Solitaire is my guilty pleasure.
Is it really?
Computer like regular straight up solitaire, nothing fancy. Right? Oh yeah, I play like
World of Solitaire.
I'm
getting carpal tunnel from playing. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, it's like bothering my wrist lately. Like, I'm not gonna play solitaire today. My coworkers are funny.
She needs to exercise her wrists.
Yeah. So I can beat myself. Stop it.
Yeah, I play solitaire so many times during the day. I'm addicted. Let's see. I just found out my proctologist is a photographer. One time I got in trouble for sleeping on the job, but she was so good I just passed out. Probably got a lot of time and a half if you're working with midgets. What? I'm suing Hustler for carpal tunnel. Hustler.
They still have that magazine out?
I don't even know. Or maybe their website now? I don't know. Shit, I was going to say something. Talked about the weekend. Shit, I was going to ask you something about the weekend. I lost it.
Sorry.
That's
Didn't
all
do
right.
anything.
It's all right.
And if I did, I don't remember. My highlight of my day is going down to the beach at low tide.
That's a highlight of your day? Why at low tide? Like what?
That's when you find all the treasures.
All the bodies?
No.
Like what? What have you found during low tide?
Oh my gosh, I have a bowl full of beautiful sea glass. I find sunglasses. Mostly I just look for sea glass or sand dollars.
I know you look for the sea glass. In fact, Don Sills' fiance, she does not sea glass. Maybe it is sea glass or rocks. I forget now, but she does the same thing. She goes to the beach and.
Yeah.
But what's a sand dollar? I don't even know what that is.
Sand dollar is like a poinsettia. Like, do you ever see like a poinsettia's got? It's like this gift from God, from the ocean. You know what a sand dollar is? Like, it's a little white shell, and inside it's got these 3 little doves inside, and on the front it's a poinsettia. But
yeah.
It's amazing. It's like an amazing thing.
But what do you do with these things? Like what do you do with sunglasses? That's garbage. That's not.
I found a pair of Chloe's, beautiful. I like.
What? So you kept it? You take it home, you clean it, and now it's yours? Yeah, really?
Of course, if they're good. I mean, I only found 2 pairs of sunglasses, and I also go down to the jetty, and sometimes, because I fish on the jetty sometimes in the summer, and I've lost several like rigs, like my sinker and my. So I'll look for those.
Oh wow!
Stuff that I lose on the jetty.
And what do you
go during low tide? And I'll just look.
So what do you do with the sand dollars and the glass? What do you do?
Keep them in my house.
So they're decorative.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll make jewelry at some point with the sea glass or something.
Yes, I remember you brought some stuff in that you made once.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I make jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't made anything in a long time though. I just keep buying semi-precious stones.
Oh.
Buy me stones.
Oh, friend, I'm not reading that one.
Where's he been? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's been here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what, Tony?
Low tide is when you're so old that your balls skim the water. Oh my goodness. So I am going to show you a picture.
Who's that?
That is Bridget Fonda. Remember Bridget Fonda?
Oh God, yeah.
Gorgeous. One of the.
Wait, she was in the one with
she was in a bunch
Jennifer
of
Jason Leigh.
Single white female.
Yeah, single white female.
Yes.
I really see what she looks like.
She was in that. What's the one? What's the one with Billy Bob Thornton and where the plane crashes in their neighborhood and there's all this, they find all this money. What's the other guy's name?
I didn't see it.
And he's since passed.
Can I look at her?
Oh, you're looking at Bridget?
Not her.
That's Bridget Fonda. Yeah, it is. Huh. Okay. But the reason I posted that, the reason I'm showing you that photo I'm going to show you now. Get ready. So apparently, she hasn't made a movie. She retired from acting back in like 2005 or something, like a long time ago. And it turns out she hasn't even been photographed since 2009. She hasn't been out in public. She retired. There were even rumors that she had a bad car accident that screwed her up physically. She hasn't done much of anything. So somebody finally got pictures of her. Since first time we're seeing her since 2009.
So that picture was not a new picture.
That picture was old.
An older picture.
I don't know how old. But this picture was just taken this weekend. Here she is. Oh, that's not it. Wait a second. What? Hang on. Where'd it go? Boom.
Oh, how does that happen? She's a Fonda. She shouldn't be looking like that.
That is Bridget Fonda. She's 58 years old, and that's what she looks like. That's, and if you look in the middle there, that's what she used to look like. That picture's from
Walmart.
The good picture, the one on the bottom in the middle. Jackie Brown.
Oh yeah,
that's a good movie.
Oh my God, she was so awesome.
Doesn't De Niro
smoking hot?
Oh, she looked fantastic in that movie.
That's one of my favorites.
Fremda says she's hot, fond of my balls. And then he says, "Yeah, I take that back."
She had too much fondue.
Yeah, well, again, she might screwed up physically from this car accident. She also claimed to have some mental issues, like trying to deal with being a Fonda and being in the public eye. Like apparently that kind of screwed her up a little bit. Wow. So, yeah, that's Bridget Fonda today. Yeah, crazy, right?
Wow. I made a joke about when I did that show at the library. I still haven't seen the whole tape, but I said...
I got a beef with this. Go ahead, finish your story.
No, I was just going to say, I hope, my girlfriend took a picture. I said, I hope in 5 years I don't look back and say, wow, I was so skinny. But what's the beef, Stu? What's the beef, jerky?
Because somebody, who was it? Somebody said they saw a video.
I only had the one video of Teddy.
Oh, so that was it?
And it was just a video that the Don guy that works there took from the back. It was just a video of Teddy. Unless some, but who said what?
It must have been Teddy, because I remember somebody said they saw a video. I don't remember who it was.
I only have one little snippet of Teddy I could show you, and then the two pictures that my friend took of you and Andrew. But that's
I want to see the video.
I want to see the whole entire
video.
video.
So do I. I thought that was a great night.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I would love to watch that back.
Yeah, we will. I don't know what Tom is doing. I don't want him to edit anything. I want to watch the whole thing in its entirety.
Right. All he's got to do is hand the card over.
That's what I'm saying. I'll talk to him today when I go into work.
Call him now.
Yeah, I texted him. The other day, and I'm like, Tom, what the actual?
What the actual F, man?
With the AF, Tom. Let's see if he answers, and then you ask him. What the hell is his name again?
Tom.
Tom W. I'm so blind.
That was my father, Tom W.
Oh, fungal.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know how to.
Text?
I don't know. When you go to the text, you can't get the. All right, here we
go. Oh, you are calling him. Put the phone to there so we can hear him.
Hey, Julie.
Hey, Tom. Are you working?
I am, but I'm at home right now.
Oh, you're working from home? I'm actually at the Gov's podcast studio here with Tony Walker and Knock 'em Dead Comedy, and he wanted to ask you something. Go ahead, ask him, Tony.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
Tom, Jules is telling me she can't get her hands on the video. She's blaming you, and I'm yelling at her because I want to see it.
I wasn't blaming you.
She was totally blaming you.
You're very busy.
Totally blaming you.
Okay, yeah, well, I can get you that, I promise. Not today, because it's physically on an SD card, which is in the building, and I'm not there today. But I should be going in for a meeting tomorrow, so I can rip it from the SD card, and I'll send it to her, and she should be able to send it along to you.
She actually, she thinks you're going to edit her parts out.
No, he's trying to be funny.
That's what I was going to do, but
Tom, you are a gentleman and a scholar.
We had a great time that night, so thanks for everything. That was a good
problem.
night.
I'm glad to hear that. I wasn't sure. It's kind of a weird place to do comedy at the library, so I'm glad to hear that you had a good time.
We had a great time. We've been telling the comedians that are doing the next one that it was a great time, so they're looking forward to it as well. So
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you, pal. We're looking forward to seeing the video. Jules said if she doesn't have it in a day or two, she's going to hunt you down.
All right, well, I can't have that because, so I need to get this done. Now you've lit the fire under me properly.
Thank you, pal. Sorry to bother you. Thanks so much.
Sorry to bother you, Tom.
No problem.
Blame Tony. Blame Tony. All right, love you. See you later. Bye.
Oh, he hung up on you.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Is he going to yell at you later?
No, but he is like such a sweetheart of a guy. His mom used to be my supervisor, and then she moved on to a different library, but he's just like his mom, and she was the salt of the earth.
So he basically runs the place?
He basically runs all of the programming and stuff that's coming up. He's a tech guy, but he's a sweetheart, a real sweetheart of a guy. Love him.
All right, well.
Yeah, I can't say anything.
Unless he doesn't get us a video, then we're not going to love him.
Yeah, then I'm going to find him. No, he'll get it. I know he's very busy. And he probably wants to watch it a couple of times and jerk off to my act. Yeah.
That's why he hasn't handed the video over.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
Just kidding, Tom.
The librarian in my old library says, "From there used to be hot. There's nothing like the smell of it. There's nothing like the smell of a crease of an old book." Ugh. Well, when I was in high school, our librarian was kind of on the younger side. So about 5 years after graduation, I was in a bar, and she was in there with friends, and she was yelling and screaming, drinking. She was so drunk, but she wasn't hot, so I didn't really care.
Drinking on the job, huh?
No, this wasn't on the job.
Oh, just
no, that's what I'm saying. I saw her in a bar 5 years after I graduated high school. I saw her in a bar, and she was being loud and obnoxious, and she was hammered. I barely knew her, so she wouldn't have had any idea. She's letting me flip through her card catalog. All right. So what else we got going on here?
What else got going on here? What does the Apple News have to say?
So I'm trying to figure out how to celebrate 5 years. Do you have any suggestions? I'm trying to get people to come in. I've been reaching out to people that that have been in here and been a part of things. But I don't know if there's anything in particular that I should do.
Well, just get the word out and invite whoever. I mean, I'm not coming, but invite everybody. Just put the word out.
Do you have any? What are some good moments since you've been, whether it's the show or just in the club? What are some of the cool things? Because you're loosely involved here. You know a lot of the people that are hanging around.
I mean, I love when you have music here. I loved Jill Goya when she came and sang.
Yes, she's fantastic. I just wrote to her about a week or two ago, asked her to come back in. She hasn't responded to me. Motherfucker. Oh my goodness. Wow.
You can get DJ D Love on the show.
Why would you? Why? What did I do to you? Why would you?
Hey, Tony.
That was your DJ D Love.
What is his closing line?
Well, it was Suckers.
Suckers!
But he changed it.
Oh, I know.
I don't even remember what he changed it to.
Never mind him. I mean, the program is sometimes it's a lot funnier than other times. When I'm on, it's never funny.
That's not true.
That's so true.
No.
But yeah, I just think you should pack it in here and just say everybody come on in and maybe bring you a gift.
Well, most people aren't nice enough to bring me a gift. Oh. In all seriousness, I'm just happy that they do come in. I've been very fortunate that people come in to spend their time in here.
You know who you should invite? James on the show.
I've done that, and he won't.
Oh.
I haven't asked him in a while. I've pretty much given up. I do have to reach out to Joe. because Joe has come in occasionally, Joe Carletto.
And you should actually give something to, like, is it James that, like, allows you here? Like, is it his thing?
It's
maybe you should.
Joe and James and Larry, of course.
Yeah, you should thank them, and
Yep.
say, this is my 5 years, but it's because of you, so here is a bottle of your favorite.
Well, see that's the weird thing, and I've had this conversation with some other comedians usually at Christmas time. Like they'll say, like, I want to bring them a bottle to thank them for the support, but these guys have access to like every liquor there is. I mean, there's a bar here, like it's, and
but they
I
don't
kind of
bring
feel
that
the same
home
way.
to their home.
Yeah.
Always giving a bottle. I mean, unless you're an alcoholic, is always a nice gesture.
It's a gesture, yeah. In fact, I remember even Joe once said somebody gave him a bottle of Absolute, like some fancy bottle, and he even said to me, he goes, I appreciate the gesture. He goes, but believe it or not, he goes, my favorite Absolute is like the $20 bottle. So then, all right, so then I feel weird too. Like, am I going to get him a bottle, a $20? Then he knows it's a cheap gift. I did go up to Huntington Humidor once. Huntington Humidor, James Thompson, who was just in here a week or two ago. Always a lot of fun. He owns the place. He's fantastic. I was up in Huntington for something. I forget what. So I figured, let me stop at the Humidor, and I stopped, talked to James for a few minutes, and then I said to him, all right, well, and I left some money. I said, the next time Joe's there, just, let me pay for it. So that went over pretty well. Mm-hmm. I scored some points that time. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll get them cigars.
Cigars.
That's what I'll do. But yeah, that's a good idea. I should thank them all for.
Yeah, actually, a cigar is a great idea.
Yeah.
That, you can get a nice cigar for like under $20,
Mm-hmm.
just like one good, Macanudo or whatever it is.
Macanudo?
Macanudo, isn't that a cigar?
I don't know cigars at all.
But
I've never had a cigar.
That would be a nice 5-year gesture, for.
Have you ever smoked a cigar?
No, my girlfriend Cindy does.
Really?
She likes to smoke cigars. No, I smoke weed.
I've never had a cigar in my life. Never.
I don't even. Sometimes I like the smell of them, but it depends on the cigar.
Yeah, it's just never something that interests me.
You don't even inhale. It's just like this, and you get the smell of it.
I don't understand. Like, you'll see it sometimes on social media. These guys will post like these super close photos of themselves with this big, looks like a cock in their mouth.
Yeah, well, that might be part of it. Just
I don't understand. Like, what makes you think that picture looks good of you? Like, I don't get it. I mean, some of these guys are used to having big things in their mouth. So yes, all right. So cigars, give these guys cigars for the 5 years.
That would be a good one.
All right.
Cigar.
But all right, but
get your boys. Tell Fat Jay, like, just
Jay
round
said he
up
might
the
come in
crew.
tomorrow.
Hugh and Dan and whoever. What,
Dan.
Carla or
Dan, freaking, he was on Compound Media last week. You familiar with Compound Media? Anthony Cumia, Opie and Anthony.
Oh, I say.
So Anthony, once Opie and Anthony split up, and Anthony Cumia got fired from a few different stations. He just started his own. It's called Compound Media, and it's like this.
Where is it located?
I think they do it. I think they have a few different studios, but you just, they have their website, Compound Media, and it's just like this. And it's a bunch of some of the biggest comedians in the country where they just do a show.
No shit.
And it's fantastic. But Dan was on one of their shows last week. So he's moving. He's too big for us now. He doesn't even respond to me anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing my library show.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
playing on the show with Fat Jay and.
He's playing here in the Giga Room on Sunday.
Yeah,
so,
I'm
going to make fun of him. I'm in the big room, fucker. Take that, you little shit.
Well, don't do that.
Don't say
that. Yeah, I saw him.
I'm going to be asking him for a job someday.
He hosted the show I saw the night I stopped in here. And, he was great.
He was hosting that night?
He was hosting.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, no, Peaches was hosting. Where the fuck did I see? I gave up all vices for Lent. And I really think that I'm not as sharp as I used to be.
All vices?
Well,
what do you mean,
smoking, weed, drinking.
Mm-hmm. You're a drinker too?
Me?
I'm getting a wedgie. You're a big drinker?
Not a big drinker, but I definitely drink. I could drink a whole bottle of wine myself.
No kidding. And so you gave up weed and drinking for Lent?
Yeah.
How's that going so far?
So far, so good. I don't really miss it. I don't feel like weird withdrawals. I got a few more days left.
You haven't cheated at all? What do you mean a few more days? You still have like a month left.
Yeah, I can do it.
A month.
I think that's why I don't go out a lot, because I don't want to be, I don't know. I just like to be home.
So why did you decide to give up drinking and weed for Lent?
Because I smoke weed every single day, and when I come home from work and it's early in the day, I'll pour myself a glass of wine, and before you know it, it's not even like 5 o'clock, and I'm already half in on a bottle of wine.
Oh boy!
Alone, hibernating closet drinker. So I'm like, maybe this is not. And plus, I was getting chubby, and I got to do this modeling thing.
What modeling thing?
I have to do this modeling thing on Wednesday.
Oh, will they draw you? That
yeah,
thing?
like portrait modeling.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me try and get my skin a little nicer.
So that's a good thing. The library's going to ask you to do more hours.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So it'll keep you away from the devil's work.
Because when I get, especially in the summer, it's different, because then I'll just go right out to the beach, or I'll just be walking. But in the winter, when I get home to my apartment, it's chilly, and I'm so cozy and happy to be home that, I'll spark up, and then I'll pour myself a glass of wine, and then I'll watch.
Is that weed lingo? Sparking up?
I don't know.
Oh, that's just your lingo.
Maybe.
I'm March 16th. I'm performing at the Glass Place. It's a big weed shop out east.
Wednesday. Is it a Wednesday?
No, it's a Thursday.
Oh, is it?
It's next Thursday, actually.
I got my what time? That's my first open mic. I got to promote that.
Oh yeah, promote it.
Third Thursday of every month, we are having an open mic at the Long Beach Public Library at 111 West Park Avenue. You don't need to register on the website. You could just come on in. However many people show up is going to be how much time each comic is given, but you know the venue, it's decent. You got a stage, you got a nice sound system, and anybody that wants to come to a new open mic, I actually want to post it on the website as well, but I'm waiting for Tim to give me a flyer so I can post it on the
Who's Tim?
Comedy Scene. Tim is the guy that works at the library that makes the flyers. But if anybody wants a new open mic, and I have to, because I have to tell who's running the website now.
Pat Dunn.
Pat Dunn. So I have to contact him and see if he'll promote that for the third Thursday of every month.
Because they usually post like an open mic calendar.
I know. Well, I used to have Jules Joint like right down on the Thursdays, and ever since I stopped that, it's like the Thursdays are blank. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you got to get on that. I would do that soon.
I'll ask Tim to make me a flyer today.
Oh, you're competing with another open mic.
Oh, where is that?
Actually, you're competing with 3 other open mics. There's Alibi in Farmingdale. There's Vintage in Wantaw, and the Broken Mic. That's Brandon.
Vintage is doing a Thursday night. I thought they only did Wednesday nights.
Oh, my apologies. I'm looking at Wednesdays. I'm sorry. You're right. Thursdays are still open. I'm getting another call. This call is good because my car's in the shop.
Oh, cool. Oh, you need a ride? I gotta go.
No, it's right across the street.
You need a ride because I can't give you one. Call an Uber.
So Thursdays were totally open there.
Yeah.
So you're good.
I'm gonna contact.
Get on it.
Yeah, I will.
Right.
And it's only the third Thursday, so even if there's other competition, people can go to any Thursday next week or the week before.
So all right, so not this Thursday, the following Thursday, March 16th. Head on down to the Long Beach Public Library and hang out with Jules for the open mic. That'll be fun.
And then what are you doing that
I am doing what's it called? The Long Island Glass
Blowing.
Yeah, it's a weed shop. It's a weed place. Tim Saliani hosts it. They've been doing it. They do it once a month. He's been doing it for probably like a year or so now, at least. Chris Roach has been there. Andy Plajanos goes there a lot, and of course Tim and Carla and Keegan. And yeah, he asked me to come. I don't know. It was weird. He said, why don't you come down on the 16th and come to the Glass show? I'm like, oh. I said, all right, yeah, that'll be great. I'd love to come. And his response is, well, yeah, looking forward to you joining us in the hang. So does that mean I'm not performing and I'm just hanging out after? Like
I don't know. Is it like a loose scene where
Oh, yeah,
everybody's
well,
just like talking, or
everybody's-
is it like
everybody's
somebody's
stoned.
getting up and doing stand-up?
But yeah, it's an open mic where people get up and do sets.
That sounds like so much fun.
I've heard it's kind of a weird thing because people like it's. From what I understand, you get like a contact high. It's like that
That sounds
ridiculous.
like fun.
I know it's not really my thing, but
You need to get a contact high, though.
why?
Because you've never smoked, you never drank. Like I would love to see you a little buzzed and out of your control. That would be
could
fun.
Be dangerous.
Maybe you're
Guess what
real true.
As a thought
essence
leader,
will
guess
come
what
out.
I'm thinking at that moment.
The thought leader. Wow, that would be cool though, Tony. Go and do that. Get a contact high and videotape it.
All right, so we're out of here. Thank you as always, Jules, for
Thank you,
hanging,
Tom.
and thank you for that. That's
and have
really
a
nice
great,
of you.
party. I really do hope that people just come in and
I hope so,
see
too.
you on Friday. Well, isn't Andrew's going to be here anyway?
Yeah, we got Hugh Murray coming tomorrow, and I think Jay said he might come in tomorrow as well. Andy Bajanos, of course, will be here Friday. I'm going to reach out. Maybe I'll try and get Terry McNeely for Friday, too. Chris Monte's doing a day next week. I had even reached out to Fremder. I reached out to a bunch of people. Oh, Jackson Gillies. Jackson Gillies is going to do something, too. Jackson Gillies, he's a great musician. You should check him out. I think you'd like him a lot.
We got a guitar here for you,
he
Jackson.
lives in California, so he's going to zoom in. But you'd really like him. He's great. He was on American Idol. But he's been in here twice, I think. But we've Zoomed with him plenty of times. Mark White said he would do something. I'll have to figure that out with him. So we're within this week and next week we'll be celebrating a little bit and a few surprises.
Somebody bring a cake.
Well, just come in. That's fine.
Or just
happy that you come in. All right, so there we go. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday. Today is Monday. We got Steve Squared at 6:30 on the YouTube channel, Flip Tracks Radio at 8 o'clock on the YouTube channel, and then we're back here tomorrow for some Tuesday trivia. Go to govs.com. Go to some of their shows. That meatball place, is that? I think it's this Thursday, 3 days from now. That meatball place with Fat Jay and Butera and Dan LaRocco, Paul Bond, and I forget who else. But go check that out. All right, we're out of here. Enjoy your Monday. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, coming soon, drinks, jokes, and storytelling. See you guys later.
Rob Bartlett, ladies and gentlemen.
Rob Bartlett! Rich Voss is here. Rich Voss.
Mark DeMeo right here. How about it, Mark DeMeo?
Jim Grumpier.
Carrie Carabas.
Chris Roach, everybody.
Chris Roach. What up, Lisa Lampanelli? How about it?
Lisa.
Yay! Richie Benavides.
Don Jameson.
Oh, yeah. The only Vanessa Hollingshead. How about it? Woo!
Rick Overton.
Yes, Rick Overton.
Hey.
Mr. Joey Cola. How about that?
Joey Cola is. Oh boy. He already forgot. He already forgot us on. That's how old he is. He was. Hey, Joey.
Joey.
Well, I hear them, but I don't see them.
Joey.
Yeah. We're inside the china cabinet.
Well, look to your left, to your right, or wherever. I don't know. It's back.
Hey, we're on your computer.